guys 3 more minutes. If you're having trouble on problems, you can always use your notes. That's what they're there for. I know problem 1, you've seen something like this numerous times. Use your notes if you need to. That is a resource. You can't hold your hand forever. Use your resources. First one says rewrite as an equation. It does not say solve. It just says rewrite as an equation. Walk around the room, checking to make sure you guys are on the right track.
That's an equation.
30 seconds. If you're getting this stuff, raise your hand. Sorry. If you're getting it, raise your hand. So I see we can engage. Who's getting it? One. Who understands it? Hi. If I count.
Oh.
Okay, hands down. If you're not finished, it's okay. Eyes up here, please. All right, y'all know Mr. Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Y'all know Mr. Jackson? I'm Mr. Jackson. Okay. So I'm the director. Do you know I'm your principal here? Did you know that? Yeah. We're all leaders here. We're all the same. Anyways, I'm going to have your lesson. I'm going to teach a lesson today. Mr. Ling created. I'm going to kind of model and teach a lesson for him and for you guys. So work with me today. I don't know all of your strengths and weaknesses, so I'm aiming quickly. If I do something wrong, I'm not used to this classroom. Don't hold it against me. Just forgive me. Make sense? With me? Okay. So if you didn't finish doing it now, it's fine. We're going to go together. You're going to walk me through this. First one says to do what? Rewrite an equation, meaning algebra. So you see some words here. What do you see? What words stand out to you first? What do you see first? Hands up, please. Yes, sir. 4 is not a word. 4 is a number. Times. Okay, what does times mean to you? Multiply. Who agreed with that? How'd you write that? Raise your hand. How'd you write that down? How'd you write, Marquise, how'd you write that?
I wrote 4 times 8 plus 15 equals 23.
4 times 8. All the way, tell me what 4, then what? A times sign?
Yes.
Like this?
Yes.
And then 8?
Yes.
And then what?
Plus
Plus, and then what?
15
And then what?
equals.
Where does equals come? Where does equals come from? Shout it out. Where does equals come from? What tells me in this equation, this word, problem that equals something? What's the word?
Is.
What is it?
Is.
You want circle is? If you didn't write circle, if you didn't circle, write is and write it down. Write is means equals. Do it now. Is means equals. Equals 23. Who got this correct? A lot of you guys got it correct. I saw around the room. You guys are good. It's good stuff. Now, the question here is, the question? What's the statement?
That you shouldn't put 4 times 8 because it looks like you have another variable.
Yes. You're supposed to put the 8.
Yes, we're in algebra now, right? Algebra, this is a variable, it's an x to me, it's a variable. So now we're gonna write this, we're gonna write 4a, fix it, Marquise. Remember wrote 4 times with the x, put 4a. Fix it, fix it. That's elementary, we're now in middle school. Or you can put a 4 with a dot, multiplication sign, and it means the same thing. You write the plus 15 equals 23. Plus 15 equals 23. Okay? Any questions so far? Good, all right. Number 2, we haven't covered this year yet, but you should know this stuff. What's our answer going to be? See a few hands, Yes, young lady.
I said 12.
You said 12. How did you get 12?
Because from the smaller one, I tried to like make it times it by the same thing. So to get 15, I times 3 by 5. So I times 4 by 3.
Pause. Excellent, excellent rationale. She said, she asked herself, what times 3 makes 15? And that is what number?
5.
What number is 3 times what? 5. And then 4 times what is? What is it? 20, not 12, but 20. But good reasoning, good reasoning. You got 20, that's the correct answer. How many, see your hands? Who did not get 20? Who did not get 20?
You said who?
Who did not get 20? Okay. Just seeing a little small proportions. All right, last one. Subtraction, multiplication. Give me some words. What means subtraction? Throw them out there. Give me a shout out. Bam, let's go.
Less than, minus,
Fewer,
more,
take away,
less than, more, remaining, decrease,
Excellent. What about reduce?
reduce,
What about sinking, losing, leaking, descending, lost? Okay. Multiplication. Give me the word. Shout out.
times, each, of,
Product.
area, twice, product.
Okay. Good. You got a good gauge. You have some knowledge. Very good. All right. Give yourself a clap. 1, 2. 2 claps. 1, 2. All right. So now we're going to move into our lesson. We're going to have guided notes today. We're going to use the notes. Okay. And we're going to go through together. So I want you to, in this do not area here, you're going to write down some vocab words. Okay. Very important vocabulary words. And if you've seen these words, or you know these vocab words, raise your hand. Coefficient? Anyone know it? Good. Constant? Anyone know it? Good. Variable? Anyone know it? Good. Inverse operation? Anyone know it? Good. All right, so let's define for me. What's a coefficient? Hand. What's a coefficient? Move quickly, please. I saw 5 hands go up. Yes, sir.
Coefficient is number that goes in front of the number.
In front of the number?
Yeah.
Another variable. Very good. So we're going to put an example. We're going to put 4 in and circle 4. That's our coefficient. That's the coefficient. Then write negative 11x. What do you circle? Negative 11. That's the coefficient. On that front page where the do now is, at top. What's a constant? What's a constant? Raise your hand. What's a constant? Constant. I don't have all day. What's a constant? Yes, sir.
Number that multiplied by the one letter.
It's coefficient. That's coefficient. What's a constant? Close though. What's a constant? It's a constant. You guys told me you knew. In the back, yes, sir.
Something that stays the same.
It stays the same. Very good. So give me an example. It's the same. Give me a number.
4 times 1.
4 times 1? You're close though. It's a constant. Yes.
2 plus 1 minus 1.
Those are constants. So my constants are my regular numbers. If I had n, write this down, plus 3, what's my constant?
3.
The 3 is the constant. Is the 3 beside a variable?
No.
No. If I had y plus 2x minus 9, what's my constant?
9.
Negative 9. Circle it. What's my coefficient? And a 1. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you don't see anything, there's always 1 in front of you. Okay. Variable. What's a variable? Yes, sir.
A variable is a letter that represents an unknown value.
Awesome. We'll say letter that represents. I'm writing here for you guys. It's kind of sloppy. Letter that represents a what value?
Unknown.
Unknown. Also means if you change, you can adjust. Okay? If I work 1 hour, I get paid this much. 5 hours, I get paid this much. So it changes. What's the inverse operation? You use this word a lot in the past 3 weeks. Inverse operation. See a couple of hands. A few hands over here. Yes, ma'am.
Inverse operation is when you switch the operation that you're gonna do, but with the opposite. Like addition, the opposite of addition is subtraction.
Very good. Well, multiplication is that. Multiplication, the opposite is what? Multiplication is going to be the
Division.
division. So inverse operation is put a plus sign and then say inverse is subtraction. Put a what does this mean again?
Multiplication.
Okay. I'm going to put both of them, you guys. Put both of them. Oh, that's confusing. Put a dot and an X. They both mean what? Multiplication. The inverse is what? Division. Put a division sign here. Like this. If you lost, raise your hand. Yes. You lost on. Doesn't turn into opposite. Opposite. Inverse operation. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying they're opposites. Make sense? So addition, opposite is what? Subtraction. Division, opposite is what? Okay, with me so far.
Yes, sir.
If you lost, raise your hand. Good. All right. From the page. I want to leave this stuff up here. So today we're going to do 2 things, if we can get to it. We're going to first look at problems and words, take those words and write them as equations, algebraic terms. Yes, ma'am? Make sense? And we're going to have 2 equations, or 1 equation with variables on both sides. Makes sense so far?
Yeah.
The idea is to think and ask yourself questions or visualize what the problem means and then put those into symbols. We're going to do 1 example together, based off of what I do now, 1 more complex, then I'm going to give you guys time to work in your pairs. You with me? All right, so look at the first example. Read to yourself first, either by yourself. You done? I want you to circle the words that mean something to you in math terms. When you're finished, circle the words that mean something to you in math terms. Tells you to do something. Just problem one, okay? Eyes up here, with me. All right, so read this problem. Container A, container B have leaks. Container A has 180 milliliters of water and is leaking 2 milliliters per minute. Container B has 500 milliliters and is leaking 10 milliliters per minute. How many minutes will it take for these two containers to have the same amount of water? That's the question. We want to create an equation that represents this. Make sense so far?
Yes.
So raise your hand. What words do you see it stand out to you? What words stand out to you? What words stand out to you? Okay, just what words? We want to annotate the words. Yes, sir. Per, what does per mean to do? Multiply. Okay, we'll put a X right there. Multiply. Okay, what else do you guys see? Yes, ma'am.
How many?
How many? What does that mean to do? That's what? So she says that I want to write this. She says it means to add. You want to just see? Let me put a plus sign. What else do we know? Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I put is
What does is mean?
equal.
It means equal. Where's is at?
It says is equal.
Okay, we'll put this here. We'll see if we're right or not. We'll see. What else do we know? Yes, ma'am. What does leaking mean to do? Subtract. Where's it at? Leaking. Okay. Subtract. What else do we know? Yes, sir.
4.
4. Where's 4? 4.
On the bottom.
Where? Here? What does that mean to do? Multiply. Okay. All right. All right. We'll see. Yes, ma'am.
Same amount.
What does that mean?
What is that? Equal?
Same. I think means equal.
I don't know, division or something?
Okay, we'll see. All right. Now, read the problem. I want you to draw a picture of what you think this problem represents. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to draw this picture. In the box.
In our head,
On the paper. Draw the picture. 30 seconds. What do you think this problem means? What do you see what's going on? You see a house. You see... Is it a tank of water? Is it 1 tank, 3 tanks, 4 tanks? What do you see going on here? Draw the picture. Read the problem and draw what you see. What is the problem talking about?
it's like drawing.
Draw the picture. Yes. I see people drawing two little containers. And once you draw it, then I want you to try to label it. Draw what you see. You read. Saw some pictures. What do you see? What things you see? What are you talking about here? What's leaking? Out of what? 1 tank? How many tanks? Drop 2 tanks.
that was going down with that. One with the water away. How do you?
We're going back here. What, 2? Very good. Did you draw 2? Very good. All right, back up here, guys. I'm gonna walk through this process, because some of you guys are kind of hitting and missing here. I wanna make sure we're on the right track. You guys are saying some of the right things, but in the wrong format. So the picture is easy to understand. What do we have in this situation? What do we have? We have what? Get some more hands up. More hands, more hands. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. 2 containers, right? Let's draw 2 containers. Container 1, container 2. All right. Container. Okay. What else do we know about the containers? Yes, sir. Yes, liquid. Give me some more. $180, all right? Say $180. What else do we know? Go ahead. $500. Y'all agree so far? How do you know? Because what? Where's it saying that? Read it for me.
A has 180, B has 5.
Okay, there we go. Now tell your neighbors what's going on with this problem. Talk to them now. And how do you know that's going on? Back up here in 3 and 2 and 1. So we'll go with this group right here. What's happening? What's going on in the problem?
Subtraction.
Excuse me?
Subtraction.
I'm subtracting. Okay. What else?
And it's, for A, it's leaking like 2,
Like 2 what? I don't understand what 2 means. What? 2 what? 2 what? The milliliters. 2 milliliters what?
per minute.
Per minute? So is it going 2 and then stopping, or does it keep going 2?
It's keeping
Okay,
going
very
by
good.
1 minute.
What else is going on?
And in container A, it's leaking 10 ml per
Okay.
minute too.
10 milliliters per minute as well, right? And what does the question ask us to do? What does the question ask us to find or set it up? What does the question ask? Read the question again. Read again. What does the question ask us to do? Read again. Ask us to find what? Go ahead, man.
How many minutes will it take for the 2 containers to have the same amount of water?
The same amount. What does same mean? What does same mean in algebra? What does same mean?
Equal.
Equals. So circle or the same amount. You know what that means in this case? Equals. When they are equal. In between, equal sign. Do that now. In between, equal sign. Do that now. Okay. Have we set anything up yet? Algebra yet?
Yes.
No, we have not.
Good.
No symbols. Any symbols
Oh,
yet? We just drew what?
we just drew a visual.
Visualization. Visualize, right? Does it make more sense now?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to take this picture. We're going to put it into actual symbols. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. We have a left side and a right side. Let's focus on the left side first. Okay? So what do we know about the left side? Actually, you know what? You guys write down what you think the left side will look like. What is the left side going to look like in this equation? Write it down. What's it going to look like? What do you think? process, then I'll go into steps. Okay.
So in that box, he wants you to put the symbol that represents that side, and the symbol that represents that
You got
side.
30 more seconds,
So
30
on
more
the
seconds,
box,
30 more
the
seconds.
symbols, the expression that represents like the X, 2X, whatever, another box.
30 more seconds, 30 more seconds.
There's numbers and the symbols. So he wants you in boxes.
Almost. You need to fix it. What's happening? What's being taken away? How much? Bring it back in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, I'm seeing some mixtures here. You guys are gonna hit and miss. We have a lot of issues in the classroom. Okay. So, looking at this first, the left side, what do we know we're starting off with? How much water do we have initially? Yes. 180. That's how much we have total, right? And what's happening to that 180? It's subtracting what? So how would I write 180 minus something? How does that look? Tell me, come show me. On the board, show me what that looks like. 180 minus. Just show me. Stop. Y'all agree so far? What tells us that? What in the problem tells us that is true? Read for 5 seconds, figure it out before you shout out, and I'll ask the person. What in the problem tells us 180 is the total, and we're taking away? Let's see some hands now. Let's see some hands. Yes, sir.
I think what it says,
Leaking. Leaking how much? Oh, awesome. Leaking how much? 2 milliliters. Okay, so now, someone tell me, how do I write the next piece of that equation? Come on, let's do it. Okay, who agrees with this? What does the M stand for? What does the M stand for?
Minutes. Oh, minutes.
M stands for what?
Minutes.
Let's pause for a second. Okay, so I hear milliliters, and I hear minutes. What does the M stand for? And tell me why it stands for that. Neighbors, go. Tell your neighbors now. 5 seconds.
It stands for what?
Back to me in 3, 2, and 1. It's back. Who says milliliters? Who says minutes? Someone tell me why you say milliliters. Why milliliters? Yes.
It wasn't.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
It was milliliters. That would be M. Milliliters. It would be ml.
Why though? Why M? Why milliliters?
No. It was milliliter would be ml, but like it's minutes. It's just the M.
Yes, but I want to know why are we looking at minutes versus milliliters? Yes, Marquise.
Because every minute is like, because every minute is 2 milliliters moving from container A.
So it could be 1 minute. It could be.
We don't know how many.
We don't. Oh, we don't what?
We don't know.
We don't know how many minutes. That makes sense
Yeah.
because it says per minute, meaning it could change. It could be 2 minutes. It could be 3 minutes. It could be 4 minutes. It could be 5 minutes. I want you to do this now. On your paper, put M equals number of minutes. If it's 1 minute, I lose how many milliliters? 2 minutes, how many milliliters? 3 minutes. So it does what? It changes, it multiplies, it changes, correct? The next side. What's our total? The next side.
500.
500. Are we adding or losing water? What does that look like in math terms? Subtraction. Losing how much? 10 what?
Liters, like,
10 milliliters.
10
milliliters per minute.
Per minute. How's that look in math terms?
Per.
What's per minute do?
Oh.
For
Multiply.
the variable then. For the variable then.
Okay. What does per minute do again? Per minute to do what?
Multiply.
Multiply. Multiply what? Times each what?
Minute.
Each minute. Okay. What does same as mean to do again? Same amount?
Equal.
Equals. Who's lost? Okay, so I want you to tell your neighbors what this means.
Okay.
What does equation mean? Back up here. In 3, 2, and 1. With me. Look so far. Good. Are we good? All right. So, on a show of hands, who is getting this stuff so far? Let's see. Maybe you're not. It's fine. Okay. Who's having trouble? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I'm going to split you guys up. Those 9, please stand up. And I'll call some of you guys out. I want you to go to the wall over here. Go to the wall. Get your stuff. If you're by yourself, pair up with someone right now. Go back in with her. Go back in.